My name is Yong. I'm a MFA in film major at VPA, Syracuse University, and I'm from Malaysia. I first found out that art is important for me when I did um, a filmmaking workshop in New York City. I come from a background of documentary and corporate kind of video production. And when I did that workshop, I fell in love with storytelling and narrative filmmaking because I found out there is a lot of potential to change the world and change myself with storytelling. So that became a very clear calling for me to pursue right after that. I'm always very drawn to realism based film. So I use realism as my main tool, and I draw a lot from my own experiences. So for me right now, I have a lot of questions to myself about relationships, especially the romantic ones. And I just want to revisit a moment in my life where when I first came out as a lesbian and falling in love for the first time. And I just want to capture that moment and bring it onto screen. I think like coming out story, I know there are so many coming out story. Um, but I'm a I'm a firm believer in personal is political, and for me, there's a lot of layers when it comes to my identity as a Malaysian woman, and I think being Asian and choosing to come out is not easy. Actually, the fact is, I'm not out to my parents. I'm out to most of my friends and my siblings. Um, but I think first of all, I want to celebrate that moment of embracing an identity and falling in love for the first time. And for me, it's a celebration of love. I just hope that people can connect with um I just hope that people can connect with me. And I think for me, the a big function of film and storytelling is to connect people. So I just hope that they can resonate with the story, be it coming out for the first time or falling in love for the first time, or the awkward situation when you are developing a crush with someone. Um, so I just hope that we can connect and we can talk about our similarities and our differences. I am actually staying in Syracuse University and continuing my education in PhD in Cultural Foundations of Education in the School of Education. Um, I would like to bring more of filmmaking and personal narratives as a tool in the classroom. I believe that younger people nowadays are capable of making films with their phone and everything. So I think there's a need to bring that into the classroom and to celebrate our stories more. Uh, and when we can do that, then we can also create more platform for representation by the minority groups, for example, because I think it's important to hear the stories from the minorities themselves rather than having someone else to tell the story. Um, and I think we need to create more accessibility into um, the kind of knowledge that we are imparting. I mean, like there's there's a lot of knowledge in stories as well. There's a lot of ways to enter knowledge through stories, and also I believe a lot in inclusive education. So ideally, I'm trying to find ways to bridge the gap between um, media, education, and disability, because I think we need to talk a lot more about disability, which is my current project. It's an autobiographical documentary about my friendship with a friend who is a disabled scholar activist from Kenya. And um, basically, yeah, so we'll see what happens. Yeah.